How's it going, everybody? This is Jordan Johnson, June 26, 2016. We're going to be going through the pairs in my portfolio, me and my $1 million vision team. We're going to start off with our first pair, which is EU, Euro to US dollar. We can see right now price is hovering around this 61.8 zone. We can draw a good structure point just from over here.
Hey, excuse me, Jordan. We can't see your screen.
Okay, that's I'm glad y'all said something. There we go. Can y'all see it now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, sorry about that, y'all. Like I said, we are on EU, Euro to US dollar. We got our Fibonacci drawn from swing low to swing high. And right now we can see prices at a good daily key level zone. I drew structure from the left and we are hovering around this 61.8. My long-term analysis on EU, we seen that it did break its trend line, which is very good. But the way price finished on Friday, we had this big wick and it stopped right here at the 61.8. I would like to see price come up here to give us another retest of its trend line before it continue its drop down. I really do not see price coming all the way back up here to hit these extensions up in here from this 61.8, just because you can see where price struggled to break through so many times. But I wouldn't mind seeing a good retest right here. Or, if price do just break out past this daily zone, we can definitely target our next monthly key level, which is down here, one of our light blue boxes. Let's switch to EU on our swing trading time. And you can see I got a couple harmonics already drew. So let me go ahead, let me delete this one. Right now, what you can see, we do have a bullish bet actually, that is actually playing out. Let me try to delete this Fibonacci. We draw Fibonacci from X to A. And as you can see, for completion of the bet, I'm looking for completion around here at this 88.6. I got my pending set a little bit above it just to be sure that it does get hit. And what we also got right here, some added confluence to the area. You zoom out a little bit. We'll draw Fibonacci from swing high back down to swing low of its X leg. You can see price came in and hit this 50% Fibonacci very well. We're going to start up here. We got an X. We got an A. We got a valid B leg. I'm looking for our C leg, on which we do not know yet, but I'm projecting our C leg to terminate somewhere in this purple box where our D leg completes at. And then we have a completion of this leg, about right here, up in here, this 88.6. I already got my targets on this trade. At first, I was targeting just the 26.18 of this initial double top of our first bet. But, after doing further analysis, I do see price coming, at least up into here, up into this structure point. Get it right. Probably in there. And also, and here, right, kind of, maybe a little bit above it, target this 61.8. This kind of seems where you want to put your targets at. But if we do switch to, let's just switch to our, we switch to our day chart. This let me see, let's go back to my other chart to where you can kind of see it. It's just kind of where we'll take out a 61. We'll take Fibonacci from have this back here like we just did. You can kind of see when I told you I was looking for a retest of this trend line. You can see good structure up into here. We'll take it from this engulfing candlestick pattern. So this is kind of where I'm predicting price to be. I got my take profits on this trade. If we switch to my MetaTrader, you can kind of see it. This is where I'm looking to get in at. Price is kind of approaching my pending. And my take profit is up here right before we get to this next big structure level after this double top. And that is, I'm looking for about 256 pips on this trade. I think that's a very solid setup compared to what I am risking. Do we got any questions on EU before I go on to the next pair? Okay. We go to the next pair on my portfolio, which is AU, Aussie US dollar. You know, just looking at this, the first thing I do see, I got this trend line drill. It's a very nice trend line. We had 3 hits to this trend line. As you can see, we got this beautiful bounce that this big long wick we got right here caused from Brexit. I'm looking for price actually to get another rise back up to this weekly key level right here. You know, I just zoom out a little bit. Y'all can kind of see how strong this weekly key level is and how well respected it really is. So I'm looking to probably get another test back into here. And the way we can switch back to our intraday trading times, and we can kind of see what I already got drew out on this. Do it again for y'all. We're going to draw a Fibonacci from swing high back down to swing low. And price does not touch the 61.8, so we are looking at a bearish bet, a potential bearish bet. We got our X to A. We got our valid B leg. I'm looking for completion of our C leg somewhere in this box. And then we will have a completion up into here for the 88.6. But I would be targeting this purple box right here where we got a lot of good structure. And I drew my Fibonacci extension tool to where you know, I will be taking targets off before this harmonic gets completed. Draw my Fibonacci extension tool so y'all can see it. I drew it from A to B back into A, and you can see our 127 lines up nicely with this structure of this purple box that I do have drawn. We got any questions on AU before I go on to the next pair?
Yeah, Jordan, on a daily chart, you see a potential bullish cipher.
Let me see. Where did you draw your X from?
Right there where you had that first eclipse.
Right here? Oh, okay. So let me see. Let me delete.
I see that on the 1 hour too.
Okay. Let me remove its Fibonacci. We're going to take it from swing low back up into this point. Price does not touch our 61.8. That's good. Let me get my extension tool. We're going to go from A back into here. Price do hit our 1272. Good read, Kiana. And then to get the completion of our D leg, I'm going to take this up here. So you're looking at this then, XA, D. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, and as I said, we are looking at this on daily. It's very well could still play out, even if price goes up to hit this weekly key level. It definitely could drop back down to complete this cipher. Whether it happens right now, we switch back to it. You know, I don't see price just dropping straight through her. Honestly, right now. Maybe, like I said, definitely later on in this week, just kind of extra confluence. If price do come up here, hit this, you know, get somewhere up in here, and where it's bearish bet is, then drop to that cipher. You know, that's how I view it. And what did you say, Jasmine? You say you seen something
on the
else?
4 hour, a bullish cipher on the 4 hour.
Okay. Was it the same exact one?
Yeah, it's the same one with same entry around the same area she was talking about.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's the you know, just playing that C to D leg with your extra influences, and then kind of, I just don't. I rather see it. I think it's intraday play out before we get that bigger cipher going in. Anything else on AU before we move on to GU, guys? Okay. But that definitely was a good spot. Good spot on that cipher, Kiana and Jasmine. We go to GU. On our daily chart, you see Brexit did a lot of damage on this pair. We see price did evade. We got straight through our monthly key level. So just looking at this trade before I want to get involved, I do want to see some type of rise back into structure. What I already did on my draw it out again for you guys. I took my Fibonacci retracement tool from X back down in here to A, and you can see my 38.2 lined up great with this structure we got over here to the left. So I'm looking for something like this to play out. Definitely I do want to get some type of rise either back in here to this monthly key level, but I'm definitely not opposed to getting here to this 38.2. I actually would rather see it come to this 38.2 because that is the next structure level that we do see before we do get a bigger drop back down. And that kind of go hand in hand with my AU and EU analysis. Let's look at GU on the intraday chart to kind of see what we do see. Right now we are setting up for a bullish, I believe this is a bullish bet. Let me zoom in. Yep, this is definitely setting up for this bullish bet right here. Fibonacci drew, swing low, swing high. And we got this bet that's actually on its way towards completion. And definitely, ride that up some sort. If, you got your regular retracements that you could look for, but I'm not opposed to riding that bullish cipher up, close to A. Just looking at it, I do see good structure over here where price definitely could rise to, if not more. Let's see, take this off. I'm pretty sure a good Fibonacci level does line up with this. Let's take our retracement from high down to low. And, just looking at this, we do see structure here. This is where I would, definitely like to see price come up to. That's my analysis on GU. The same analysis as EU and AU. I kind of want to see this go bullish tonight during London and New York as well, starting off this week. Any questions on GU before we go on to UK? Okay. We go to dollar CAD. What we did have is right now we had 3 hits to this high of this trend line. Let me draw this out. Price we are coming off of a great downtrend actually. Let's see, kind of look and see where price is with the in the big swing of things. Let me delete this Fibonacci. Let's take Fibonacci from all the way up here. I'm gonna take it from this level back down into here, kind of right before we got to our 38.2. But we are approaching our weekly key level. Let me move this back up. I do gotta because of my kind of analysis on EU NIM, I do want to see this go bearish as well. Right now we are above its daily trend line, but I believe this is going to be more weak than not. I believe we are going to end up closing closing below. You look at this purple zone I got right here, one of my daily key levels. Let me zoom in so you guys can kind of see it good. Delete this. And as you can see, price have not really been able to just get past this daily key zone. We kind of broken open above it for the opening, the gap of this week. We're going to take our Fibonacci from high swing low to high. From high to low. And you can see, prices still have not closed above this 61A yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how this daily candle do close. We look at UK on our hourly chart to kind of see how we could get involved on this trade.
Jordan, on UCAD, I also seen a bearish butterfly.
I did too.
On the daily?
On the
Okay, H4. So I should be able to see it on the daily then. Um, Let me see. Where did you have your X drew from? Okay, I see. I think I do see. You got it. Did you have it drew from this swing low to this high?
No, that second high.
Okay, let me see. Which second high? Over here somewhere?
It's the second point where you drew your trend line.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so you had it going down. Let me see. From here to here.
Yeah.
Bingo.
My quick. This would. Okay, well, I price didn't. This would be a Gartley because price did touch the 78.6, but it didn't close beneath the 78.6. That's kind of for my butterflies and my rules and how I learned to do it. Price got to close beneath the 78.6 for it to be a B point. Do it got to close beneath it for it to be a 78.6. So technically, this would be a Gartley. It is interesting that you do say it because we are probably valid. Let me delete this since. Let me see.
Wait, can you say the reason again why it wasn't a butterfly?
Okay, I'll tell you again. Because for your butterfly, your B point want to close above the 78.6. Right here, price touched it, but it did not close. You see how right here we got this wick. It just touches the 78.6, but it quickly dropped back down, and then we went on to make a C leg.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Price,
see.
yes.
I thought it would still be valid even though it
Yeah.
touched the 786.
It just depends on who you learn harmonics from, honestly. In the course that I learned and I took, price got to close above the 78.6. This would still be a Gartley. It'll be a Gartley. And now let me see if I just take my fibs from this swing low from the real swing high to this swing low. This is where I would rather draw my fibs from. Just a more valid high. I'm glad you pointed it out because we got a bet. Price is approaching this bet up at this weekly key level. So we got an X to A. We have a B leg. You see, price did not close above our 61.8. So this is still a bet. We got a valid C leg down here, and we know for the bet it completes at the 88.6. I'm so glad y'all pointed that out because that really just made my analysis
Thank
feel
you.
more.
I appreciate that too.
Because you see this 88.6 lines up real good with this weekly key level I got. So I'm looking for price to if price do rises up in here to terminate around this area. This is kind of where I was looking for price to terminate around this area anyway. So this is a valid bearish bet that I am looking to be completed either going into New York or London. And if we just switch on our intraday times, you can definitely see that price is about to go up more. Let me just put this right here. We got a break and a close above resistance. It's a good resistance area. So I definitely do see price going up more. Let me see if we took my Fibonacci from where I took it from on the day chart. See kind of where our 88.6 do come in. Drew it X to A. Right down in the here. And as you can see, look to your left. What do you guys see? It definitely is some good structure on here. Yeah, it's definitely good structure. We're gonna go X to A. I can't quite. Let me see where it's exactly. Let me zoom in real quick. Where the price terminate at? Okay, on our hourly chart, price did hit our 61.8 on our hourly. Must have took my swings from a little different, but we still going to take it from here. X to A. Yeah, I think this looks where it turns. I'm gonna have to zoom in to get a better angle. And to get this D leg for the Gartley, we were gonna look and get our extension. This is why I really don't, you really don't want to mix your swing trades and your intraday. But we're gonna look. It's gonna come in around the kind of the same exact area. Yeah, 1272 is up here. So yeah, it matches where we're looking to get short at anyway for the same exact formation. Let me delete that and zoom in. So it's definitely JJ. Nice read. Yep. So any questions on UCAD before we go on to the next pair? Okay. Next pair is New Zealand dollar versus the US dollar. Just looking at this on our day chart. Price is hovering around this key level. And I do, we're gonna wait to see if we get on our daily chart, if we do get a break in the close. If we can manage to get some type of break in the close below, I would definitely be looking to short this. But just looking to your left, price is approaching strong support, which would be this black line right here. And we'll really just have to wait to see it for a swing trade setup. But when we go down to our hourly chart, I think I did see. Yes, this is what I kind of seen. We just look at this. You see prices on what type of trend? Y'all see prices on this evident uptrend. No doubt that price is on the uptrend. Looking at it as a bigger picture. Got the Fibonacci, Drew. So I am looking for price to kind of terminate around here somewhere. Just as AU and NU is about 70% corrective. They correlate together. So this is kind of where NU is kind of hovering around the price right now, where I'm looking for price to actually reverse around. But it could make it down to the 78.6. But I'm definitely looking for it to go longer and then at least ride it up to the 0% level, if not more. Any questions on NU before we go on to UJ? Okay. We're looking at UJ. Price did break heavy past our monthly key level. Y'all can kind of see where price did come exactly terminated. It just lets you look at how precise and on point the key levels are. Price came right to my weekly key level, which is this black line, before it ended up terminating. Price actually did push right through our 1618 as well. So let me go ahead and delete this Fibonacci, you guys. And so I'm, just trading purely off structure. I want to see a rise back into structure before I do get short. Let's draw Fibonacci just from, see what kind of goes. If we let's take it from this high first. And we see what we get in this area. We do see our 38.2 around this area as well, where I'm looking for price to come to our Fibonacci level. It probably comes to about a 78.6 or something from this field. What do you guys see? Y'all see this? We got Fibonacci confluence. Our 61.8 and our 38.2 is lining up exactly together. That's what we do call Fibonacci confluence. So I'm looking for UJ to kind of make a rise, before it goes short again. As far as the swing trade setup, we can look at an intraday setup to see if we can somehow get involved on this trade. Let me see. Zoom in a little bit. I think we do got a harmonic here. Well, it's not, a potential harmonic. This is everything pretty much is. We got an X to A. Price did come and terminate around this 50. And we got to see if we got a valid C leg. But we can start looking up. Then I give y'all a little bit more in-depth analysis of why the yen might make a move. Price did come and touch out 38.2, so we do got a valid C leg. Fibonacci, yeah. We're gonna go X, gonna go A. LED. See, looks a little ugly, but it is a harmonic. So that's a possibility of what could happen for us to get that rise back down. Um, price do see it is a lot of structure, going in before we get to this minor structure here to the completion. So we'll really have to see and look at that. Let's go through EJ and AJ, and then we'll look at the Nikkei to kind of look at the yen index. But look at EJ. We're gonna start off looking at it on our swing trade time frame. Pretty much the same analysis. Price did the same thing. Came to the weekly key level. It came precisely to our 1618 extension before price terminated above our weekly key level. I am looking to get some type of rise back into structure before we do get a drop. Let me go ahead and delete this. Let's look and see. We'll take our Fibonacci from swing. Let me delete these other big Fibonacci off. And what do we see? We got the 50 and we got the 60 in this area. Like I said, I really think it's going to at least come up here to our 50 before we do get a price to drop again. We look at it right here. Same setup. It's the same harmonic as was on UJ. Bearish bet, X to A, B. We got a potential C here. D in here. It's look like price is kind of setting up for I wouldn't call it a double bottom. A little double bottom right there. We'll skip EAU, Chef, and EJ right now. We'll go straight to AJ and GJ and go up. Kind of look at the same exact thing. It's too much. Let's delete that. Same thing on AJ, y'all. AJ kind of came right to my monthly key level before price terminated. I'm looking for a rise back in here at least to this 50 before it drops again. Look at it on a day trade time. You'll see the same harmonic. I'm not going to draw it out, but it's the same bearish back as the other yen pairs. Let's go to GJ. GJ was quite interesting. We see price did drop through our monthly key level. Price actually came right to our 1618 extension before price terminated. Let me go ahead and delete this extension tool. I am, just as the other yen pairs, I'm looking for price to rise back into structure. Take our Fibonacci from here to here. We get our 38.2 in this area between our 38.2 and our 50 of our monthly. We take it from the bigger high, our bigger swing high. Our 38.2 kind of lines up a little bit more accurate. So same as the other yen pairs, I'm looking for price to get a little bit of rise back in. We can go to our
hold on before you go to. You still on GJ, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one that's the pair I'm trying to master. So. I got all this marked up. I don't think I got it marked up on the day chart.
Yeah, I'll go look at it on my intraday chart real quick and show you.
Yeah, I got it marked up on a 4 hour.
Okay, you said 4 hour. I'll go to a 4 hour real quick. So we look at it on the 4 hour. It's the same exact harmonic. It's the bearish back. Same here that we got playing out. It's a valid C leg in real termination. It really ain't valid, but price did come and hit our 38.2 where we needed to. So we got a X to A, B, C. If this price holds, as long as it don't pass our A leg, we do got a valid C leg. Looking for a completion of its back up in here.
So you got that going for bullish?
Yeah, I'm bullish on GJ like I am with AJ, EJ, and UJ. all of the yen pairs pretty much correlate unless you get, well, UJ don't always go with EJ, GJ, and AJ. But unless you get like news for big major news for one of those pairs, co-pairs, it pretty much just goes together. But what I was gonna go to next was, look at the Nikkei, Japan, which is the Japan index. We can see where price is right here at this support level. You look to your left, structure leave clues. I got this support level drawn out, and it's right here at it. And I'm looking for price to break this support level to head down. So I don't. If any of y'all familiar with indexes, if the yen index break this support level and goes down, it means the yen is losing strength, which means every pair XXX JPY will go up. So that validates my technicals on EJ, UJ, AJ, but every yen pair, I'm speculating we're gonna get some type of rise. And just looking at this, price did initially come past our 38 just a little bit. I'm gonna draw some little ellipses on here for you guys to be able to see them. Got one right here. We also got a head and shoulders in here too, if any of y'all can see it. Can y'all spread out this head and shoulders without me on it on here? If y'all can't
see it, it's to the right.
Yeah, it's right here. We got a left shoulder, we got a head, and we got a right shoulder. So what we got lower lows. Definitely being formed. I mean, lower highs is definitely being formed. So I am not against price breaking this support level. We don't have to wait and see it on our day setup. But if we go right here, let me drop down a little bit, drop down. We go look at our JPN. It says inverse to the Nikkei index. So right here, what we got a Gortley. You guys see the Gortley I got drew, which is the red harmonic. It's already completed. Price is already terminated at our 1272 extension and started to go bullish a little bit. So as this goes bullish, the index for the Japan yen will go bearish, and if the yen goes bearish, like I said, every pair XXX JPY will go up. So that kind of aligns with my technicals on that. So that's kind of I just kind of went through all of the yen pairs that I trade throughout there. Any questions before I move back on my regular pairs?
So JPN 225 and Nikkei are total opposite, correct?
Yeah, they're total opposite. Yeah. Was that all the questions for this before we move on? Okay. Oh, we can go. We look at U Chef. We see kind of what U Chef is doing. U Chef is kind of right here. It's actually a head and shoulders right here. If you guys can kind of see where price did come up to, I'm going to. We got a good structure level here where price really can't make it to this leg. Price really couldn't pass this structure level. This is currently where we are at right now in price. I can delete this. We're gonna take that big fib out right now. And we're gonna drop it Fibonacci from here down to here. And what do you see in this area where its wick came and touched exactly our 61.8? And let me see if I can draw this head and shoulders on here pretty good. Left shoulder, okay. Delete that. We're gonna kind of start it like this just for the sake. We got a left shoulder. We got a head. We got our right shoulder. And That's kind of the head and shoulders I see on you, Chef. I'm looking for you, Chef, to go bearish, just like I am with UCAD. We get a break of close below this daily. I would definitely be toward. I like you, Chef. You, Chef, run pretty smooth. Let me get my short position. I will be looking to get short if we can get a break and close above this daily key level zone. I will be targeting this 0. I would have my stops above this right shoulder as kind of a swing trend that I will be looking to complete at the end of this daily candle. We can look and see how we can get involved on our intraday setup. Right now, we see a lot of consolidation, kind of. It's real choppy. I don't see nothing to where I kind of even want to get involved on the intraday setup. I really don't see nothing here. X, A, B, C, D. Might be able to get a harmonic out of this. This one. Price did end up coming. B, C. I guess you can't. It says a bearish Gortley. We got our X to A. Gotta pay real close attention to catch this one. Price, yep, right here. We got a B. We would have a valid C leg if I was to draw my Fibonacci, and we would have a D completion up into here where we got this other structure. Before we can get a more exact extension, a more exact placement for our D, I'm just gonna measure our A to B leg. And we'll actually get a more true completion up here on 1272, kind of closer to our 88.6. So that's definitely would be an entry. You chef will probably, you get you chef movement more around New York. It definitely could move around London as well. So I definitely would be looking for this setup. I really like this intraday setup, or it's more swing trade setup that we got with this head and shoulders formation. Do we got any questions on you, Chef, before I move on?
No, you chef, but I would like to know how do you use the bond to correlate with GBP pairs?
Let me see. It's the same way as any other index. Same way, just looking at it, I would see it's on an uptrend. Yeah, boo, boo, boo. I don't really use the bun per se. It's not my favorite index to use, but you'll use it just like anything else, to where if the bun go up, GBP will go down. So you really have to just make your prediction from this. Let me see. It ain't no harmonic. It might be a harmonic. It might be, but it's long wick with a just about invalidated it. We just look at our Fibonacci. We got a good structure level up into here, kind of where price is at. So if we get a breaking, like I said, we'll see. We got to just really see how this daily candle close. If we can get a close beneath this box right here, like I said, I definitely can see it's going down. I'm a little bit short term, but what I do see, what we are making on this is just basic technicals. We are making higher highs and lower lows. This right here really didn't close beneath it much. So that's kind of that on the bun. I hope that answered your question more. So let's look at EG, or EG is doing. We see EG had a great big spike, closed above its dynamic trend line right here. As y'all can see, price terminated around our 50% Fibonacci. We might have this might be a butterfly, you guys. Ooh, 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 this might be a butterfly if we take it from X to A. Nope, price did not close above the 78.6 for me, so it would have been a godly, but price already passed that. But I'm looking for EG to come down somewhat of a, just gotta wait and see how this daily candle close. I don't got no swing a swing perspective on EG yet, but let's look at it on our intraday chart to see if there is something that we could get involved with. I had this drew out last week. I wish somebody would have gotten this trade before it brinks. That would have been, it blew straight past my risk to reward. That would have been a great trade. But let me delete this. Kind of look and see what we can get out of the market if we could find some way to get involved on the intraday setup. As of right now, price has already gapped up above resistance. So I don't see no harmonic on there. Just price action does say EG might go up, it might go down. I really don't got no perspective on EG. Anybody got a perspective on EG? Got something they want to say before I do go on?
Jordan, does price always fill the gaps?
Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. Each week it may varies. There is no precise there really is no precise answer to that. That's just kind of just playing the Sunday gap. I prefer to kind of wait until we get some movement like a harmonic, a good Fibonacci retracement, where price just leaves structure. I never take a trade based off of just trying to fill that market gap. Can that answer your question, Joy?
Yeah. I just wondered if price always filled the gap, from Friday to Sunday.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Wouldn't say always. Let me see. We go to another pair. It might be all of my pairs that I want to look at right now, unless you guys got anything y'all want to look at. Let me see if I can get Trading View to. First, go to my swing trade setup. Look at Ozzy Shuffle. You look at Ozzy Chef. I remember I broke this down last week to get long on, and it did before we got that big. Actually, just let me see. Draw Fibonacci from low to high. Price is playing around this level. That's something I'm gonna keep an eye on. I don't really got. That's pretty much just about all of my pairs, my portfolio that I'm really looking to get involved with this week. Does anybody got any questions or anything before we end this hangout? Okay, I hope everybody. I hope this was a knowledgeable hangout. I hope everybody have a good week trading, and that is going to be all, folks.